హాయ్ ఫోక్స్, ఎలా ఉన్నారు? నమస్తే. నేను మీ అంజలి. అమెరికాలో ఇవాళ ఒక చారిత్రాత్మక విషయాన్ని నేను సందర్శించడం జరిగింది. I had the honor and the privilege of being able to witness the swearing in ceremony of the next mayor of San Francisco. San Francisco రాష్ట్రం కాలిఫోర్నియాలో, ఈ రాష్ట్రంలో ఉంటూ శాన్ ఫ్రాన్సిస్కో నగరం ఈ మనలాంటి వాళ్ళకి ఎక్కడెక్కడి నుంచో ఆశలతో వచ్చే వాళ్ళందరికీ ఆశని కలిగిస్తుంది. ఆశతో పాటు ఎన్నో కళలు నిండేలాగా సహాయపడుతుంది. అలాంటి పట్టణంలో ఇవాళ కొత్త నాయకత్వం వచ్చింది. ఇవాళ డానియల్ లోరీ అని ఒక ఆయన ఎలక్షన్స్లో భారీ మెజారిటీతో గెలిచి ఇవాళ ఈ పట్టణానికి 46వ మేయర్గా ప్రమాణ స్వీకారం చేశారు. దానికి నేను ఎంతో ఆహ్లాదకరంతో మా అమ్మగారిని తీసుకుని వెళ్ళడం జరిగింది. ఆవిడ్ని ఒక ప్రత్యేక గెస్ట్గా పిలిచారు. నాతో పాటు వెళ్ళాము. చాలామందిని చూసి మనలో చాలామంది కూడా ఇండియన్స్, అక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చిన దేశాల నుంచి వచ్చిన వాళ్ళందరూ సౌత్ ఏషియన్స్ ఎలక్షన్స్లో ఈసారి బాగా గెలిచారు. వాళ్ళందరినీ కూడా కలవడం చూడటం జరిగింది. చాలా ఆహ్లాదకరమైన వీడియో ఇది. అంతా చూడండి, ఎంజాయ్ చేయండి. ఇలా ప్రమాణ స్వీకారం మన భారతదేశంలో లాగానే ఉంటుంది. వాళ్ళు పాటలు పాడటం, ఆయన యొక్క సతీమణి కార్యక్రమం యొక్క హోస్ట్గా వ్యవహరించటం అంతా చాలా బాగా జరిగింది. Hi folks, this is Anjali Rimi. Today I got to witness the swearing-in ceremony of our 46th mayor, Daniel Lory. It was an incredible experience to be there and to witness so many people in a sea of faces. The excitement, the new hope, the new beginnings, the new optimism, and the new mayor. The path forward is definitely one to continue from what was laid upon before and build on it and enhance it, and to make San Francisco an even more beautiful city than it already is. And having someone work so closely with the former mayor Breed and recognizing how safe and how secure San Francisco was, particularly during the pandemic, it's really an opportunity for me to be excited and to be rolling up my sleeves or my blouse, whatever you say, in terms of supporting our mayor, Mayor Lory, so we can make sure this continues the progress for the city, especially in addressing homelessness and fentanyl epidemic and fentanyl crisis and housing situations. Most importantly, I would like to make sure that we are protecting those of us that come to build families and belong in San Francisco, be able to make it our home and be here and sustain, be empowered, belong, and be welcomed and be seen. And particularly the transgender immigrant population, I sincerely hope are protected from the greater grips of the nation's winds these days, and that we are secure in the sanctuary city of San Francisco. Blessings from everybody, and I hope we are forging forward to an amazing 2025 for our city, San Francisco, where I proudly call myself a resident, a member, a family of the city of San Francisco, and also even more honored to be able to contribute and serve the city in my professional capacity. నమస్తే. హలో అండి, ఇక్కడ సిటీ హాల్ దగ్గర ఉన్నాము. ఇవాళ శాన్ ఫ్రాన్సిస్కోకి కొత్త మేయర్ వస్తున్నారు. ఆయన పేరు డానియల్ లోరీ. మా లండన్ బ్రీడ్ గారు చాలా చేశారు ఈ పట్టణానికి, ఇంకా ఇప్పుడు ముందుకు సాగుతూ ఉంటారు. సో మనం ఇప్పుడు ఇది చూస్తున్నాం. ఇక్కడ అందరు ఉన్నారు. ఇక్కడంతా ఈ లోపల అన్నమాట జరిగేది. మనంతా రిజర్వ్ సీటింగ్లో కూర్చొని ఉన్నాము. ఈ ఎక్సైట్మెంట్ చూడండి ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారో కొత్త మేయర్ శాన్ ఫ్రాన్సిస్కోకి పిలవడానికి. మా అందాల శాన్ ఫ్రాన్సిస్కో కొత్త మేయర్.
New heights. Now, with the largest budget deficit in the history of our city, we can no longer hide from our fiscal reality. A problem of this magnitude requires us to make some painful decisions and rethink the way that we operate. We need to stop spending more than we can afford. We need to prioritize essential services and make the investments that are critical to getting San Francisco up and running again. And when we come out the other side, and we will, we must ensure that every San Franciscan shares in our new prosperity. From this moment forward, there is a new structure in the mayor's office, one that allows for more accountability and more opportunities for city departments to work together effectively to solve our most pressing problems. We are assembling a world-class administration, a cross-section of people from every sector and point of view. We will fight every day for San Francisco's future and a safer, more affordable city for all. We cannot continue to triage the crises that we face. If we're going to turn the city around, good intentions are not enough. Strong values are not enough. We must act with an unapologetic focus on
General of California and Senior Advisor for the ACE Resource Network.
Good morning. And thank you, Charlotte, for that wonderful introduction. I'm Dr. Nadine Burke-Harris, and I'm truly honored to welcome you here today. I want to start by taking a moment to acknowledge all the families impacted by the fires in Southern California and the first responders working tirelessly to keep them safe. Our hearts are with you. And now, I would like to welcome Mayor-elect Daniel Lurie, his wife Becca Prada, and the entire Prada-Lurie family. I'd also like to acknowledge the first partner of California, Jennifer Siebel Newsom, our Lieutenant Governor, Eleni Kounalakis, Attorney General Rob Bonta, Senate Controller Malia Cohen, Senate President Pro Tem Senator Mike McGuire, Senator Scott Wiener, and Assemblyperson Catherine Stefani. I'd like to welcome Mayor London Breed and acknowledge former mayors Willie Brown, Frank Jordan, Art Agnos, and the families of former mayors Feinstein, Moscone, Alioto, and Shelley here today. I want to acknowledge the Board of Supervisors, the San Francisco Board of Education, the San Francisco Consular Corps, and so many of our esteemed current and former elected officials at the city, state, and national levels. And most importantly, all of the many everyday San Franciscans here today. Wow, the view from here is amazing. There are people filled with hope as far as the eye can see. I can tell you that hope takes courage. It requires discipline. Anybody who's spent time working on some of our cities.
This administration. I'm talking about the kind of coordination that will keep one department from tearing up your street for maintenance and another from doing it again 2 weeks later. We have allowed far too many people to lose faith in government. I know that we can restore that faith. As your mayor, I'm going to take aim at the problems that need solving right here in San Francisco, because that is what you elected me to do. But I also know that many feel a great sense of fear and loss about the state of our country right now. I share those concerns. San Francisco has long been a historic beacon for human rights, and we cannot be complacent. Attacks on LGBTQ plus rights, hate crimes, and the vilification of immigrant communities are happening across the country, including right here at home. San Francisco must be a city where every individual feels safe, valued, and empowered. That means standing firm against discrimination and fighting for the dignity of all communities, no matter what comes our way. As your mayor, I will always tell you the truth, even when they are hard truths. The challenges ahead of us are enormous. But in the words of Harvey Milk, you have to give them hope. Hope for a better world. Hope for a better tomorrow. And I gotta tell you, as I look out on this incredible crowd, I feel that hope. But that feeling on its own, it's not enough. It must be paired with the courage to act. Now is the time for action. This is where our comeback begins. There are green shoots everywhere, but my standard for success is sky high. It is the greatest honor of my life to serve as your mayor at this critical moment in our history. I'm asking all of you, every single one of you, to join me in reclaiming our place as the greatest city in the world, with a new era of accountability, service, and change. It's time to roll up our sleeves and get to work, San Francisco. Thank you very much. Today, what has been a temporary effort to deal with the increasing drug markets will be a permanent fixture of this administration. The fentanyl crisis isn't a 9-to-5 operation. It doesn't take breaks, and neither will we. That's why I'm introducing a package of fentanyl state of emergency ordinances. This will allow us to further surge resources and bypass the bureaucratic hurdles standing in the way of tackling this crisis. I look forward to working with the incoming Board of Supervisors for their quick approval. I want to thank all of you for your shared commitment to defeating the scourge of fentanyl and untreated mental illness on our streets. Thank you. This authorization will fast-track a public-private partnership to stand up temporary emergency shelter beds and address the homelessness crisis on our streets. It's time. It is time to move past the politics of demonizing each other on every single issue. It's time to redefine how politics works in our city when we stand united. We send a clear message.
Favorite movie themes. And let me start with the following. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, a courageous couple decided to immigrate to this solar system. And they had a son who they trained in the way of the Force, and they taught him to make the universe a better place. The boy grew up, had a career in public service and community, and he moved to a sector of the universe known as District 5. At some point in that sector, there was a disturbance in the force. Crime, homelessness, empty storefronts, and he heard the call to bring balance to the universe. So he gathered his Jedi Knights, all of you here today, and together on election day, you and he prevailed. A new hope. Today, I'm so honored to have the opportunity to swear in your new District 5 Supervisor, Bilal Mahmood. My name is David Chu. I'm honored to be your city attorney, and let me just also share that Bilal and I share, obviously, an incredibly nerdy love for Star Wars, the political philosopher John Rawls, and all things wonky policy. As I've gotten to know this man, I know and we all know that he absolutely loves the least sexy details of government, of how to make government better. He's someone who has always sought solutions where they exist and will work with anyone to fix things regardless of ideology. We know he's going to use his considerable talents to bring people together, to listen and get things done. And Bilal, as your new attorney, I'm looking forward to working with you. I also want to note this historic moment as others have before. After 175 years in our city's history, we finally have our first South Asian on the San Francisco Board of Supervisors. And I can tell you, as the first East Asian in my role, all of us know of the work that was done before us, and I know that Bilal feels the incredible weight of that legacy and those who came before him. It's also been referenced another historic first today. To our Muslim community, Assalamu alaikum. We have finally elected our first Muslim supervisor.
Yes!
And I will tell you, at a moment when we know Islamophobia is on the rise, and with the next occupant of our White House, we need strong leaders who will show our country what true Muslim Americans look like and how they can lead.
Yes!
So with that, today we celebrate excellence, we celebrate history, we celebrate first, and of course we celebrate Bilal. And with that, I would like to invite you up onto the stage to take the oath, and I would like to ask the speakers if you could please join us, as well as
place in my heart, because it was my stomping grounds my entire life. So it is very meaningful when you have a leader who is willing to roll up his sleeves and work with the people of all parts of the district. And what's interesting is when I served as supervisor, I always felt as though D5 was the heart of San Francisco as the center of the city. But now, after redistricting with the Tenderloin added to D5, it is not just the heart, it is the heart and the soul of the city. You know, I was driving down to Visadero the other day and just in awe of how much it's changed. Carol talked a little bit about all the other neighborhoods, but there are certain parts of the neighborhoods where many people wouldn't even dare to walk. The gun violence was so terrible in Hayes Valley and other places, and it's great to see our Hayes Valley community folks here today. But it was not always peaches and cream. It was a challenging time. And what I am so proud of is by working together with the community, we made some significant changes to reduce gun violence, not just in our neighborhood, but in this city, with one of the lowest homicide rates last year since the 1960s. There was something else different about District 5. It used to be predominantly African American, and it's changed. And a bit of a shift, too, to where the African American population is located in the district, and that's a lot in the Tenderloin community, which is why it's so fitting that it is a part of this neighborhood. And why did that neighborhood change? Not just because of the issues around violence, but also the challenges related to housing. What I am most excited about with bringing in the law to the Board of Supervisors is his unwavering commitment to building more housing of all income levels.
Yes! Yes!
You see, there's a lot of people who complain about things as a way to pretend as though they know what's best, but the law believes in actually rolling up its sleeves and implementing the right policies to ensure that what is best actually happens as it relates to housing all over the city. And he also understands that organizations like Co-Tenderloin and Urban Alchemy and Positive Direction Equal Change, all these amazing organizations, they are not just about second chances for people or helping people in recovery. They are a public safety response for the city, and they are some of the most important programs that exist in the Tenderloin community that have made such a difference in the work he cares about. So as he comes on board, he's always going to be getting the earful from me. Because even though I'm retired, I am still absolutely in love and engaged with this city, and especially District 5, and will always be there for the people of this community to do everything I can to support his leadership. He is going to be a great supervisor. And what I ask of each and every one of you who you're celebrating him today, you're excited about a new beginning today. But new beginnings also mean new opportunities for all of us, not just him, to roll up our sleeves and to help him accomplish the goals that we know are needed desperately in the district and in the entire city. So let's be here today, but also let's continue to support him. Let's not just say what we want. Let's help bring together what we need in order to ensure the success of D5. I am so excited and humbled and grateful and looking forward to a new day for D5. And again, we'll always, always be there for this community and for this city. Congratulations, Bilal.
Bilal, if you can repeat after me.
I,
State your name.
Bilal Mahmoud,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Foreign and domestic,
That I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I'll bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States,
to the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the State of California.
and the Constitution of the State of California,
That I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
And during such time,
and during such time
as I hold the office
as
as a member of the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, representing District 5 for the City and County of San Francisco.
أصحاب النار إلى الملائكة وما جعلنا عدتهم إلا فتنة للذين كفروا ليستيقن الذين أوتوا الكتاب ويزداد الذين آمنوا إيمانا ولا يرتاب الذين أوتوا الكتاب والمؤمنين وليقول الذين في قلوبهم مرض كافرون ماذا أراد الله بهذا مثلا كذلك يضل الله من يشاء ويهدي من يشاء ويعلم جنود ربك إلا هو وما هي إلى ذكر البشر كلا والقمر والليل إذا أدبر والصبح إذا أسفر إن هذا إلى قول البشر سأصليه سقر وما أدراك ما سقر لا تبقي ولا تذر لواحة للبشر عليها 19 عليها 19 كلا بل لا يخافون الآخرة كلا إنها تذكرة فمن شاء ذكر وما تذكرون إلا أن يشاء الله وأهل التقوى وأهل المغفرة صدق الله العظيم.
With me for over a year of the toughest venture of my career, to Cynthia for believing in me in every single day, even when no one else did, fighting for me every single day when I couldn't, and teaching me to be a better person every single day when I failed. To Jason in New York, who despite living across the country from me for over a decade, will always jump on a 6-hour flight on a day's notice because I asked him I need some more door knockers in NOPA the week before election day. To my grandparents in New York, who called me every month of the campaign with so much encouragement, but also perplexing questions like, why is the Levi's guy running for mayor? And most of all, to my parents, to whom I owe everything, Amr and Samira. Let's acknowledge them again. Because while I am, as has been noted, the first South Asian, or Desi, elected to the Board of Supervisors, like any South Asian parent, I think they still wish I went to medical school.
Yes.
Moving forward, truly the reason I am here to serve District 5 is because of them. When my parents moved to this country over 40 years ago, this city in the Bay Area afforded them a path to upward mobility. It allowed them to establish stable careers, break into the middle class, and raise a family in this country. But in achieving this American dream, they always instilled in me the importance of 3 virtues: humanity, justice, and fairness. Humanity in that generosity, goodwill, and compassion for our fellow neighbors is a principle we should live. Justice, in that when one person in our community is hurt, the entire community is hurt. And fairness. It is our duty to ensure every member of our community has a chance to live a full and dignified life. And that is why I'm here to serve you as District 5 Supervisor as well, because those are the principles that have guided me throughout my life and will continue to guide my tenure as Supervisor today. To ensure our city and this district return to the beacon of hope it once was, we must ensure our government is humane, is just, and is fair. Because District 5 is a truly unique community. We boast the iconic Painted Ladies, Fillmore Jazz, and even City Hall. It's beautiful, it's diverse, and more than anything, it's resilient. Every day, we see stories like Asil's of preserving amidst the neighborhood's safety challenges, a refugee from Yemen who grew up in the Tenderloin and now helps support his mother, brother, and sisters, while also being one of the first Yemenis to work in City Hall. Or in The Hague, where we have small business owners like Sunny, use ingenuity and creativity to ensure their community is housed by providing subsidized affordable housing for her own workers amidst the housing crisis in our city, to beautify our streets through art and activation. We're in Japantown, where community leaders like Carol Ito have advocated for her community for years on issues of housing and safety to right the injustices of decades past in our city, from internment camps to redevelopment. These people, this district, all of you are what inspire me to do this work. From the Tenderloin to Japantown to the 8, this is a community that doesn't back down. When things get hard, we fight harder. When we have challenges, we don't wait, we act. Creativity and innovation community together to solve our toughest challenges. Because the residents of this district have never given up hope for a better future, and you have my pledge, I will never give up hope on this district as well. And so over the last year, I have heard you loud and clear. To ensure we have the humane, just, and fair District 5 residents deserve, we must do more. First, we must ensure we build more housing so all San Franciscans can continue to call our great city home. To do that, I will work to end the permitting bureaucracy that makes us the slowest city to build housing in the entire state. Because it is humane to ensure our neighbors are housed and our workers and our teachers and our first responders can afford to live where they work. Second, and at the most basic level, we must be dedicated to maintaining safe and clean streets. And so I pledge to you today, and mark my words, I will no longer allow for the Tenderloin to be treated as the containment zone that it has been for decades starting today. Yeah. It will be my priority to use every resource available to shut down the open-air drug market in our city once and for all. Because it is just that all families, seniors, and children can walk comfortably and enjoy our streets. That third, to ensure a path for these goals, we must deliver a government that works. To that effect, I vow to work to return our city to one that gets the basics right. I will focus on the details that matter, such as making sure our police officers don't have to spend hours on paperwork just to keep our streets safe, and streamlining government contracts so they don't take months or even years to issue. Because I will work to make sure that government is actually working for the people, so our small businesses, generational San Franciscans, immigrants, and refugees can have a chance at a full and dignified life. That is my final pledge, and moving forward today, I tell you today, I will fight for District 5 as hard as this district has fought for itself for years. I will always listen to our residents and put the good of the community first. I will work collaboratively across perceived ideological divides, because this job is about people over politics. It's about bringing our community together as one. Because now is the time to focus on progress, on delivering results, on creating the better tomorrow we've all dared to hope for. So to close, I will leave you with this. Yes, we face great challenges in this district, but our unwavering spirit, relentless optimism, and collective will to see brighter days in this district are far, far greater. Together, and only together, I know we can create a future District 5 that we can all be proud of. I do not carry the trust you've bestowed upon me lightly. I am truly honored and humbled to serve. Let's get to work. Assalamu alaikum, and thank you so much.